Bassheads, what's good? You clicked on this video because you want some ideas about buying your first bass or, getting a new bass and some things to consider. I'm going to help you out with that. Check it. The first thing that I would think about if I had to do it all over again, the thing that I would start with is, what is the goal? Who are you listening to? Who do you want to emulate? Who you want to sound like? Everybody wants to sound like somebody. But the reason why I think it's important to keep that in mind is because if Pino is your guy, right, then you might want to be looking at P basses, right? Or precision style basses. You want to know what that bag is all about. If Marcus Miller is your guy, you want to be looking at jazz style basses. You don't want to, it doesn't make any sense to go look at some, fancy high-end Dingwall bass. I mean, if you got it like that, you got it like that. But I think for, beginners or, serious hobbyists or anything like that, you want to take a look first at what your goal is. The second thing, before we even talk about budget, is how serious are you? Is this just a thing that, you're going to touch the bass like once or twice a month? Are you looking for something that you can grow into, are you a serious hobbyist, or is this just some kind of passing thing? The reason I ask that is because I personally would not buy a bass less than $1,000. You get what you pay for. Yes, there are some good inexpensive things out there, but for me, I want to pay for something I know is going to last a long time, that's going to hold up, that's going to stand the test of time. And typically instruments that are, made, you get what you pay for. So again, there's the I just kind of talked about this point. Let's talk about budget now. Basses that I like, right? The Fender Player series I hear is cool, but I don't have much experience with them. The Sire basses are very, very popular. I am on this modern vintage thing right now, like for real, for real. Also, this is a good time to mention that if you want to get a modern vintage bass, whether it be a precision style bass or a jazz bass, if you buy it directly from elric.com, there's a link below. You can get $200 off if you use the code TED Talks, all lowercase. All right. So having said that, the next thing, 4 or 5 string. This goes back to the beginning, what I was talking about, like, who do you want to sound like? If the music that you're listening to, what are you listening to, right? If you're listening to Motown and, Pino's not playing a 5 string. Marcus, I rarely see Marcus with a 5 string bass. So, let me show you something to that note. Let's talk about 4 and 5 string basses for a second. So here's my 5 string Marco. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 strings of a standard bass, right? Do you need a 5 string? Well, if you're playing like a lot of the more modern music, especially the more modern gospel and stuff like that, maybe, because a lot of that music is in E flat, you can tune down to E flat. There's a lot of things to consider, but let me show you, like, in the basic situation. Here's the extra notes you get with that low B string. You get E flat, D, D flat, C, and B. You get a whopping 4 notes. Now, I'm talking about for beginners. There's other things that you can do positionally. There are things that it makes it just convenient to have those extra 4 notes. But if you're just brand new, starting out, right? And most of the songs that you're listening to and learning and all that stuff are in standard tuning, EADG, then maybe you don't want to spend that extra money for that low B string, and you're only going to get 5 lower notes. Just something to consider. But those are, look, it's a whole thing, but these are the basic things. If I had to do it all over again, these are the things that I would consider when buying a brand new bass. There's more. If you want to talk more about it, hit me in the comments below. Also, go on and pick up your 5-step guide to learning songs by ear down in the description below. Okay? I will catch you in the next video. Peace. 2 fingers.